Hey guys, Este here. Welcome back to the video, and today we're back again for another Power Rangers video. This one is super duper interesting because this week we got a big movie coming out. We have Avengers Infinity War coming out. We have some of the strongest superheroes of all time, Avengers, Guardians alike, coming together to fight one big evil. So this popped the question in my mind the other day: what if the Power Rangers, all of them, had to fight a big evil? In this case, Lord Draken. It's basically Shadow Grid. What if Shadow Grid happened in the movie? Who would be the strongest people to go up front and hit the attack on Thanos? I try my best to phrase that sentence, but then again, this is an unscripted video. When is it actually scripted? Or what if there was a civil war where the Rangers had to fight each other? What Rangers would be on top? So the question is, who is the strongest Power Rangers team of all time? To answer this question, I put in multiple factors. I put in general statistics of Rangers' size, height, the powers, the time period from where they're from, their weaponry, which includes weapons and Zords alike, the opinions of fellow friends, and of course my opinion to create a sort of top 5 of the strongest Power Ranger teams of all time. So then again, this is my opinion. This isn't correct. I did research, but some of you still gonna say, Este, you did not do your research. Well, you can't please everybody. Hope you guys enjoy this video. E-Squad where at E-Squad comment today. E-Squad, love you guys so much. Let's go for the go 200 likes. If we go to 200 likes, I will do the top 5 weakest Power Rangers team, because I know people want to see that. I don't know. Shout out to the people on the Discord. Shout out to the 3 Patreons, Mega Pets, Tommy, and Slim Pony Ranger. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the E-Squad, because we're at 16K. We're just gonna get bigger from here. So let's go. Number 5 on this list is the Super Megaforce team. Now this is kind of obvious that they were going to be in the list because of course they have the Ranger keys, which is a big part of the Renzo, which has them transform to any Power Ranger team ever, which is really good because you can be powerful as this team. But there's a phrase or something that's just kind of logical. It's better to be good, very good in one thing than to be just in a lot of things. See, it's good to be multi-talented. That's what the Super Megaforce team is. They're multi-talented. They have the powers of every single Ranger team, and they know how to use them properly when it comes to a fight. But they're not really that team that they're transforming into, so they won't be as powerful. So let's say, for example, if they transform into the Jungle Fury Rangers, they're not going to be as powerful as the Jungle Fury Ranger themselves because they don't fully know how to control those powers. So that's why they're number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list is the Power Rangers SPD. Now, time is of course into consideration because they are, at this point, 2018, 7 years into the future, in 2025. But as you guys can tell, Rangers from the future, the model of the Power Rangers doesn't seem to change as much. The base of the team is still really intact and nothing else has changed. Of course, there's future, so there's future technologies that the Rangers may use if they were to come into a battle. That would give them a higher up when it comes to, let's say, Mighty Morphin. They're fighting a Mighty Morphin, SPD would probably have an upper up? That's a word. Because they have future technologies that they can use in the battle. So, SPD, number 4, pretty strong team, it's there. Number 3 is Power Rangers Time Force. Now, if you know SPD is strong, you already know that Time Force is going to be stronger. But why isn't Time Force and SPD in the top 2? Well, Time Force, pretty futuristic. It has time travel really just there already, so they can use that for an advantage. And other futurist technologies, including their badge or whatever. And they have a lot of Renzo that can go into account, and including their Megazords that they could also use in the battle. But the thing is that it is human to use technology, and technology just becomes natural and a part of your life, and to the point where you just let technology control you. You're not really in control of technology. So that could of course be a reason why they're not really high up on this list, because they have a lot of good technology, which is great, but they're not really going to be good when it comes to the main combat style, which is what these top 2 next ones are going to be having, and also including their powers. So it's going to be quite a battle if they were to fight it out, but I really don't think that time and their futurist technology isn't going to help them that much, because I said so. Alright, next one. Number 2 is Power Rangers Mystic Force. Now, whatever you may think about the season, it's besides me. I honestly do not care. But Mystic Force is a pretty strong team, and that's just because of magic. Now, obviously, they're not number 1 for the same reason as Time Force and SPD. Just in the case of Future, it's now magic, because they have magic. Magic, Harry Potter. They have access to tons of magical spells that can aid them in the fight. But they're just not as strong, because if to be an essential strongest Ranger team, you gotta be good at the fighting. If you're not good at the fighting, you're not good at really anything else. You're gonna have add-ons to help you, but it's not gonna make you number 1. These add-ons definitely help a lot when it comes to becoming in the future and having magic, because that can, help you strong. A freaking Green Ranger got hella buff. He did some stuff to make him MMA fighter. I don't know. He's gonna fight Mayweather in the next battle. I don't know. Look at the Green Ranger, bro. He's mad flexing on us right now. But magic. That's what can I say other than magic? Magic is obviously a big help with the Mystic Rangers. You see that throughout the whole season, and how that changes their characters, and how they were able to control the magic to become professional magicians. But they're still not number 1. Here's number 1. Number 1 is the Power Rangers Zeo. Now, this is a lot of consideration to the battle. It's not any morphin, because they're essentially, at that time they were just teenagers, and even though they grew up and they became stronger, not all of them got more experience. Some of them left or whatever. So not really essentially the strongest team. They may be below the 5s from 6 to 10. But the Zeo Rangers are definitely high up there, and that's for multiple reasons. All 5 of them have proper experience in the field. All of them were previous Rangers before, except for Tanya. But Tanya, we learned that she is as powerful, can be as powerful as any Ranger on her team. There's also the Zeo Crystal, which is probably one of the most powerful artifacts in Power Rangers history, which power up the Zeo Rangers in all sense. So that obviously makes them pretty powerful. And with that, plus their general, the time period, they're pretty strong. They were the strongest team ever. And there isn't really a reason for them to be replaced by Turbo Rangers. Only the reason was that, movie. Because it logically, they would have been Zeo forever, because Zeo is, of course, probably the strongest team ever when it comes to experience. They also have tons of weapons, tons of swords that will help, of course, aid them in the fight against a big evil. So that is it. That is my top 5 Power Ranger teams. If you have any additions, what do you think about my list? Put your top 5 list in the description down below. I'll like them. I'll rate them. Maybe I'll comment. I don't know. Este the Gamer. Have a great day. And of course, and as always, stay awesome, everybody.